Alright, what up, what up? So tonight's lesson, we're gonna be talking about Dragon Ball Z, alright? So I'm gonna break it down for y'all. Hoping some Dragon Ball Z fans out there that can understand the concept I'm getting at. So we're gonna break this down in forms of reality, and if you wanna play the game, Dragon Ball Z. So check it out. So we're gonna start off talking about the Dragon Balls. We got the 7 Dragon Balls, right? They give you that one wish. So the 7 Dragon Balls will represent your divine 7 aspects of awareness. Alright? So that which equals one wish, which equals manifestation. So the divine 7 aspects, for those who don't know, will be your thoughts, words, actions, ideas, people, places, and things. You need to understand that everything is energy. Everything carries a frequency. Your thoughts, electromagnetically push and pull, your words, your actions, your ideas. It's all on a positive, negative, neutral, energetic frequency. People, places, and things, right? If you're in a building with nothing but concrete and steel, what kind of energy is that giving off? If you're outside in nature where the sun out in specific times of the year, what type of energy is that giving off? You know what I'm saying? Things, the things that you put in your body, all your inputs, what kind of energy is it giving you? The thoughts, what? Your emotions carry energy. Emotions are energy in motion. So, this is what it means to manifest that one wish, Dragon Ball Z, alright? So, Goku, for example, Vegeta, Goku, Gohan, they all carry what we like to call energy levels, right? So on the show, they talk about normal humans having like an energy level of 5. So if you've seen the chart, the emotional awareness chart, you will see that shame is at a frequency of 20 hertz frequency. So at a 5, that would be below shame. It's basically saying that humans are at an energy level that's below shame, that's a shame in its own. So remember, energy, emotions carry energy. So check this out, Goku, alien in human form. Why? Why is Goku an alien in human form? Same thing like why is Superman an alien in human form? Same thing with other TV shows that's kind of similar to that. So this represents an alien coming back to Earth, coming back to destroy humans or to save humans, right? So why do humans need to be destroyed or saved? Because humans are operating at a low vibrational state. That is, so because everything pushes and pulls, when you operate at this low vibrational state, you also keeping the cosmos down. The screen got a little blurry there. So, but same time as the planet wakes up, if you operate at a low vibrational state, it's gonna take you out because you ain't able to uplift yourself within that frequency because you have no understanding. All right. So this is part where we get real good at. So you need to understand that spirit equals energy. Your spirit, your energy. So energy equals energy. Alright? So energy, the G stands for God. God equals the truth. So you need to know what the truth is of how to operate within your energy. You know what I'm saying? Your inner chi. CHI, chi energy, life force energy. Alright, so that's why they say, I am the living God in the flesh. I am, when you are your truest version of self, you are the living God in the flesh. Understand that. That's when you operate at a high vibrational, high energetic state of your divine 7 aspects, your Dragon Balls, your thoughts, words, actions, ideas, people, places, and things, all in high vibrational states. Now, to get there, it will take discipline, living in the society we live in, right? So understanding spirit equals energy, like I said, the basis of spirituality, which is the basis of energy dynamics, imagination, creativity, and belief. Belief versus doubt. Imagination. If you can fathom the thought on what you actually want to manifest, you can get that if you believe in yourself, if you're consistent. Patience versus persistence. You have to find understanding on how to go about doing these things. It takes time. That's why you have to be consistent. You know what I'm saying? So consistent in that high vibrational state of enlightenment on taking the proper steps within the time frame to manifest that which you desire. Alright? So spirituality equals super intelligence. The higher you are in these emotional states, let's just say that mentally, physically, emotionally, it brings you clarity. Now you tapped in with the omnipresent mind of God. Alright? So now you tapped in with the collective consciousness where the omnipresent mind of God is non-linear. That means there's no past, future, or present. It's all there. That's where your Akashic records at. That's where all of our Akashic records at collectively. That's where the subconscious minds of all of us is in cahoots together, creating a ripple effect that can already see into the future. You know, you don't know how far these things work, but you can hear about some of this stuff in the book on the power of the subconscious mind when it comes to the subconscious mind. So, intelligence versus stupidity, all right? So, just know that our God, our energy, our Most High is the God of intelligence. He's not the God of stupidity. He's not the God of limited mindedness. But you can't have a limited mind when you're living within this construct because of your thoughts, words, actions, ideas, people, places, and things, especially the things, your inputs. It creates an output, a vibration that you're putting out. So whatever you are internally is what you will attract externally. You see what I'm saying? So you want to make sure that your divine 7 aspects are all in alignment within this realm of existence and within this society, which we have the 5 pillars of power within our society. That's the mind, the body, the spirit or the soul, however you want to look at it, the emotions, and the finances. Within these 5 pillars of power, you want to make sure that your divine 7 aspects of thoughts, words, actions, ideas, people, places, and things are all in alignment to manifest that in which you desire, whether it's of the mind, body, spirit, emotions, or finances within our society. Unless you want to go bigger than that, you know. So, going bigger than that takes imagination. So remember, the basis of spirituality is imagination, creativity, and belief. Do you believe or do you doubt yourself? It's kind of hard to believe some things when they told you your whole life that fiction was fake, right? But we're not gonna go that far. So spirituality, superintelligence, understanding versus confusion. You can always find understanding to things you're confused about. Some things have been suppressed. Some things it's gonna be hard to get information on that because it's not out there for you to get. But if you believe, you can achieve. Remember that. That's Napoleon Hill right there for you. So let's see. Oh, knowledge, understanding, and wisdom. First you get the knowledge, then you get the understanding of that knowledge, then you gain experience, then you gain wisdom through experience, other people's experience, mentorship, research. Research make the leech hurt. Who is the leech? The blood-sucking energy vampire trying to take your power away. You get what I'm saying? So if you're a real one, like me, I'm king, you know what I'm saying? So I carry that king energy at times, but my external environment trying to steady keep me down, so I gotta keep myself risen. I gotta rise up every day. You know what I'm saying? I continue to rise up and I give gratitude to God because I know that's the right thing to do. That's being righteous. That's the right thing to do. You're moving in wickedness, it's gonna lead you to these low vibration states, but you're moving in righteousness, it's gonna lead you to these high vibration states. But let's just say that righteousness and wickedness is a perspective at the same time, so it's all on you. So, where we at? So, I am the living God in the flesh. If you believe that you can be the living God in the flesh based on your divine 7 aspects, then and you got true belief, you have to have, see me, I believe in this code. Have, faith, knowing. That's the manifestation code. Have, that means it's already yours. Faith, understanding plus belief equals faith. That be your code right there. Knowing, that means you know because you understand. You get what I'm saying? You understand that it can be done. So you know that as long as you're taking them proper steps, as long as you're following the breadcrumbs in alignment, that you are manifesting that version of self internally and externally into your environment. So, if you want to power up like Goku, Vegeta, you can do that. Now, some people will say you gotta go exercise, you gotta go work out, but Dr. Joe Dispenza said that all you gotta do is believe and visualize it, and you can manifest mass muscles as long as you can see it in your mind, because the mind is the greatest tool and weapon on the planet. That's power for you right there. And that's real power. Coming from your willpower, from the mind, body, and spirit, all in alignment with your emotions. That means your emotions is based on the enlightenment of what the truth is. And guess what? You ain't gotta have your finances, because finances is of this capitalistic society. So your real wealth, your real finances is health of your mind, body, and spirit. Know that. So That's Dragon Ball Z for you right there. Everything is energy. Oh yeah, right here. You gotta ask yourself, are you built for real power? Whatever power that you can fathom in your mind from your imagination, creativity, and belief, are you built for that? Can you build that up brick by brick, staying consistent with who you are and knowing that this is who I am? There we go with the blurriness again. Hold on. My camera's tripping, so check this out. We're gonna go ahead and finish. I don't know what's up with that. That's new. But anyways, build yourself up brick by brick. You know, you basically building yourself up into that version of self that you are. In your mind, you believe, your body, your muscle memory, everything's in alignment with that belief system. So, are you built for real power? Whatever you choosing to manifest, that's where your power at. Build yourself up brick by brick, and that's who you are. Be that what you are. Don't let nobody tell you nothing different. Anybody trying to tell you something different, and you know that that's who you choosing to be, man, first you gotta set the boundary, right? If they overstep that boundary, that's disrespect. We distance ourselves from that. See, now we holding our power. Matter of fact, we ain't gotta explain ourselves at all. We can just distance ourselves because we might not even want to put that much energy out there because we might want to preserve our energy so we can use our energy to manifest this brick by brick version of ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Preserving our energy so we can transmute it, so we can manifest. Remember, imagination, creativity, and belief. Get the job done. So there's that. King Lion, from me to you, I'll show you.